I assume everyone has experienced burning out at least once nowadays. A massive pressure of social media and society creates this idea of being productive.
You can't stay motivated, stay consistent. Consistency gonna bring back your motivation, no matter what it is. Basketball players, rappers, sanitation people, whatever it is, you dig? That consistency, staying on point, staying disciplined, and staying focused, no matter on the days that's hard, they're gonna make the days that you are motivated that much greater.
Whatever you want to do, believe it, believe it, believe it. Even if you don't believe, play the game. You've belief. Act as if you believe.
A truly toxic idea, by the way, that you can succeed in this life only through hard working, and nobody cares what you do or how you do it, only the time you spend matters. And guess what? It happened to me. I believed in this bullshit.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No! No!
Being a musician, a student, a music producer, even a bookworm takes a lot, but it's amazing. And I easily got killed all these passions inside of me when I decided that I'm not productive enough. So basically I thought that I need to use each minute of my life properly, and the key word is properly. It doesn't mean that you need to spend all day long thinking and working on some stuff. I just used a calendar. It was really smooth and perfect, I'd say, because I divided all my day for hours and small tasks, and I followed it. Eventually, I deprived myself of all the creativity and passion the one need to create a piece of art, and despite initially it felt really great. Yes, I know that any kind of work requires routine and the work you don't really like to do, but it was more like all the work I do I don't like and I don't want to do. At the same time, it was constant comparison of me with people on Instagram and YouTube. It was almost unconscious. I got really sure that I'm untalented and I have no place in music, and when I tried a new song or a piece of music, I quit right away just because I didn't like what I did or I didn't want to continue. And quite the same happened to my studies. It was more like imposter syndrome or something. I thought I'm absolutely an average student, I have an average level of intellect, and there are much more intelligent students than me, so I better leave this place for them. And then I started feeling more like a sloth. I ceased to try new things and got quite a nerd. And I was thinking like, maybe I should have more fun, more friends, more parties, I was trying to entertain myself. Obviously it was a bad idea and my whole condition got worse. Eventually I found a therapist and started to read much more books. I was reading Dostoevsky, Nietzsche, Peterson, Fromm, really a lot. And I didn't get clear answers, but I've got some tools to comprehend myself and understand my emotions, feelings and thoughts better. After a half-year therapy, I still don't know what I truly am, but I know for sure that I want to explore myself, explore people and the world around me, and to explore something, you need to put your brain into a challenging situation and change the environment. I was born in a big city which is placed right on the border between Europe and Asia. It's called Yekaterinburg. Yes, it's in Russia. During the last 4 years of my life, more or less, I was constantly having this feeling of swamp around me, and it's not literally a swamp, it's about people. Many of them were not proactive at all. Some of them rejected many of my ideas because they think that it's naive or something like this. They accepted this thought that they are not in control of their lives, they can't change anything, and they just wanted to focus on having a family, having a household and a stable job, to not to worry about anything else in life. The same picture I saw in university. Maybe it's a picture from my angle, from my perspective, I don't know, but I've seen lots of students who came to university not knowing why they're here. They didn't really study at all. Many of them were cheating, and it's not like a process of studying, it's more like an imprisonment of some kind when you supposed to get your degree, just to get your degree. I also really like to travel, and this city is quite distant. It's basically in the middle of nowhere. It's quite expensive to get to Europe. It's even more expensive to get to Asia. That's why I decided to leave this swamp I was living into my whole life and to be a digital nomad for a while. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I'm really curious and excited about it. Firstly, I needed to pack my stuff at home, so I found a couple of old boxes and taped them up. I need to be free to travel, so I just took a couple of my favorite outfits and a coat which I really love. Also, I took my belongings from the studio I worked in, my guitar to rock any city I come, really tiny speakers to mix music, and an inspiring painting of my friend. And yes, I know that being a digital nomad requires much less things to take, but I'm trying. It's just the first step, so I guess it's forgivable for now. And after all the preparation, I sent my boxes, bought a ticket, one-way ticket, and here I went. For a while I decided to live in St. Petersburg, which is awesome. And you know what I like the most about the city is the whole atmosphere, all these buildings and streets, they have their own vibe, and like you feel like the history was happening right here, and almost every building is a piece of art. So I rent an apartment here in advance, so I didn't need to look for a place when I came to the city. Also, I get accepted to a funded master's program in the local university. It's called Big Data and Machine Learning. So for a while I want to study here, live and create stuff, and then we'll see where I go. I've tried to make my new place as creative and inspiring as I could, because I want to make art, and I guess this environment can inspire anybody, so I'm really glad to be here. And now I can say for sure that I'm not going to push myself anymore. It doesn't mean the lack of consistency or assertiveness or something. It just means that there is time to work and to rest. I'm trying to live each moment of my life as fully as I can and take it with joy and sadness, being lonely and being in company, being motivated and not happy and depressed, being in love and being loved, inspired and not. I promise to accept my human nature.